What's up there, odor eliminators? Riv here. Is it becoming dangerous to be a furry in 2025? Now, I'm not being irrational trying to fearmonger here. I legitimately have some concerns with all the negative publicity we've been getting lately. We've become the new punching bag of cringe on YouTube and on social media. Seems like everybody who's not a furry hates furries now. There have always been the cringe compilations, the people making nasty comments about us, but it seems to be getting worse and seems to be getting more prevalent. Do we need to start watching out for our safety? All right, let's have a little fun to start things off. Let's go to my friend Charles Angry Pants with his lovely podcast.
Good afternoon. I'm Charles Angry Pants, and this is the Angry Pants Podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. Today, once again, we'll be discussing the freak show that is known as the furry fandom. Wearing weird cartoon animal costumes, defecating in litter boxes, taking over hotels for their weird sex conventions. Degenerates like this are what's bringing our society down. We need to do something about it. We need to root out and expose these disgusting freaks for what they are. What do you think about this furry phenomenon? Let's go to the phone lines. Stanley the Painter from Hoboken, New Jersey. You're on the Angry Pants Podcast.
Yeah, what's up there, Frank?
Yeah, it's Charles, actually.
Oh yeah, right. Hey, I want to thank you for your continuing dedication to exposing these disgusting, despicable degenerates. That's what they are. Triple D, I call them. Freaking furries. You wouldn't see my kids around them. I would like to smack one or two of them damn fursuit heads off of them. See how they like that. Imagine wearing a freaking furry cartoon animal costume. What a bunch of fruitcakes. So anyway, I'd also like to thank the brave legislators in Texas and Oklahoma who introduced bills to ban furries. Excellent work. Even though they were a ridiculous waste of the legislature's time and they didn't get out of committee, A+ for effort. Keep it up. You know what? I'd like to see a federal ban on furries. Just ban them all. Make it illegal to be such a freak. What do you think there, Frank?
Once again, it's Charles.
Oh yeah, right. And hey, if you ever need any paint work in North Jersey, hit me up, alright?
Well said, Stanley. What an idea. Federal legislation banning furries. I think that's an excellent move. The sooner we get rid of anything that offends us because it's different or weird, the better our world will be. Once again, I'm Charles Angry Pants. Thank you for tuning in to the Angry Pants Podcast. You stay angry.
All right, thank you, Charles Angry Pants. Well, that might have been humorous and kind of tongue-in-cheek. It does kind of characterize the way a lot of people think about furries, sadly enough. How many people actually believed they were putting litter boxes in schools? I mean, people are believing this nonsense about us, and some people truly hate us. And even some furry conventions are starting to take notice and give security recommendations to their attendees. This right here is from Furry 2025. This is a list of guidance that they gave to the attendees. It basically says, don't leave the hotel with anything indicating that you're a furry. Now, is Australia suddenly really anti-furry? Australian viewers, let me know, I'm curious. When I went there was some disinformation in the local newspaper about the fursuit parade, but other than that, it didn't seem that bad. This seems pretty extreme. I've never even seen something like this at a US con, even in the most conservative areas. Like TFF in downtown Dallas, Texas. Texas is a super red state. And I've never seen any recommendations to not go out with indications that you're a furry, there or anywhere else. So I normally don't like to get political on this channel, but I kind of have to make this discussion. We're in unprecedented times. We're in a situation of extremism to one side right now. We are seeing executive orders targeting trans people. We're seeing diversity, equity, and inclusion wiped out at the federal level. These are uncharted waters right now politically, and I'm worried that it's emboldening hateful people. The other thing I see happening is what I'll call cringe culture. All these cringe compilations and the you can't watch till the end of this video crap on YouTube. It's all over the place, and we seem to be popping up more and more in this type of media. Check this guy out here. This is just a thumbnail. I'm not going to play the video because there's actually not a furry in the video. He's literally just using a fursuit as clickbait for his cringe compilation video that he's watching. Now here's another similar guy. We're gonna watch some of his content actually here. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted.
My family finds out I'm a furry. What do y'all do when your son comes up? He's like, Papa, I like to dress up like a big cat or raccoon on my spare time and golf everywhere. Do you still love me? I gotta go get some milk.
And of course, he just immediately jumps on the bullying train, making fun of this person who is apparently coming out to their family as a furry and claiming they're going to jerk off all over the place. So immediately going to the furry is a sex thing. And once again, he's going after the furries.
Oh, that turned him on. That was f***ing crazy one, dumbass! He is having the time of his life right now. Furries, I got nothing against you. Some of the shit you guys do is funny.
So I will give him props for saying he has nothing against furries toward the end. That definitely helps when somebody who's being watched by hundreds of thousands of people says something like that. But hey, if you got nothing against furries, maybe stop misrepresenting us. Maybe stop spreading disinformation about us. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Now, furries have always kind of been seen as easy targets. We're not the normal people often. We're the people who got bullied in school. We're the autism spectrum people. We're the LGBT people. We're the ones who just refuse to conform. That's the great thing about the fandom to us, but to other people, it puts a big target on our backs. Even in 2025, a lot of the population, especially here in America, just seems completely anti anything that's perceived as different. We all kind of thought that would go away with newer generations, but it's not. It's actually gotten worse. So I'm not worried about getting picked on. I'm not really worried that much about negative characterizations on YouTube and social media. What I am worried about is some of these hateful people may eventually turn to violence against us. Again, I'm not fear-mongering here. I hope this never happens. But we kind of need to be careful because there's a chance it might. There's already been a violent attack at a furry convention. Way back in 2015, the chlorine gas attack at Midwest Fur Fest. Remember hearing about that? I sincerely hope nothing happens, but I'd be kind of concerned about going out in small groups or by myself with anything indicating I'm furry. I know a lot of you will disagree with that, but I kind of feel like I want to be a little extra careful with the climate here, especially in the United States right now. I'd encourage everybody out there who attends furry events to be vigilant and report anything suspicious immediately. Now, I know a lot of furries aren't real big fans of the police, and I get that, but at least report it to con staff. If you see somebody that obviously doesn't belong there, or they're acting really weird, or that bulge in their pants doesn't seem to be there because they're happy to see you, maybe you should tell somebody. Again, I don't ever want to see anything bad happen to furries, but there have been examples. Recently, I was reading on Blue Sky about someone who had a bunch of bullies rip their fursuit head off and destroy it. So what can we do about this? I mean, there's not a whole lot we can do about our image when all these people are intent on making us look as bad as we can be possibly made to look. We're the poster children of cringe culture, apparently. It's always going to be out there, the misinformation, labeling us as nothing but a sex thing. It's been going on for years, and it's going to keep going on. I think one thing we can do collectively as a fandom to make things a little bit better. Now, I know for some reason this is controversial, and it causes an uproar every time I talk about it, but we really need to think about projecting a positive, public-facing image of the fandom. We're not really great at doing that. A lot of people in the fandom seem to be kind of like, hey, I'm going to let my freak flag fly, and I'm going to do a bunch of stuff in view of the public that I probably shouldn't be doing. And you can argue that that's one of the good things about the fandom is the freedom to express ourselves or whatever, but I do think a little bit of restraint is in order, especially when talking to like mainstream media or sources that may not be trying to immediately characterize us negatively. Maybe let's try to put the cute, fuzzy, and wholesome first. That's all I'm saying. So wrapping the whole thing up, is it actually dangerous to be a furry right now in 2025? I would say yes and no. I would say use caution. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be a little bit more vigilant. I'm going to be a little bit more wary about what normies are doing around me and what they're saying to me. I've never personally been one to really advertise the fact that I'm a furry outside of like convention spaces, and I think I'm going to continue that. I'm just not going to give people opportunities to potentially do something harmful to me. We certainly don't need to live in fear. That's not what I'm saying, but the combination of social media, the YouTube, the political climate is all making it a little bit more dangerous for people who are different like us. As always, there's strength in numbers. If you're going to go out with your tail on and your badges on and everything else, go out with a group, especially if you're in an area that might not be super friendly toward furries. All right, what do you think? Are we as safe as we ever were? Is it getting more dangerous to be openly different? Let me know down in the comments. A huge thank you, as always, to our super amazing patrons who help fund this content. We are so grateful for your generosity. All right, thanks for stopping by. We are going on a little vacation next week, so we'll be back in 2 weeks with some more content. Until then, you, and you over there, stay safe and stay fuzzy.